What's good, guys? It's TSG. In today's video, we're going to be talking to one of the nominees for the Ethlizard Council. And today with us, we have Cryptish. What's going on, my man?
All good, TSG. How are you?
I am very, very well. Yeah, man. Again, we've been chatting already, so
Yeah.
let's.
I already knew you were fine, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we already pleasantries.
Pleasantries. Yeah.
But yeah, all right, cool, man. Let's get straight into it. I'm keen to hear what you have to say for all of these questions. So the first question I have for you, man, is what role do you believe that you're going to fill in the council? Because obviously there's that proposed structure for the council with VC roles, a GameFi role, GameFi founders, DeFi, and a whale. Where do you think you fit in there?
Right. So I guess what I'm proposing is maybe a slight change to the structure initially. I don't think, I might be wrong here, I don't think the structure was really focused on. It was part of the LIP4, I think, right? And it was just sort of, it was in there. I think we were all happy with the whole sort of proposal. We just thumbs up and in it went. But
yeah,
I think what I'm suggesting perhaps is, and I don't really have a name for it yet, but maybe where one of those whale roles is at the moment could become, I guess for now, I'll just call it a builder role, and hopefully that will make sense.
Okay.
As we go on. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Fair play. All right, man. So the second question I'm going to ask you is, obviously we're moving towards a GameFi VC role, right? VC fund. That's what we're looking at. A GameFi fund, and that would mean that would be investing in upcoming GameFi projects in the seed round, things like that. So for you specifically, what are the things that you look for in a project that you think are going to make you want to invest there?
Sure. I think this question maybe in particular is kind of why I'm proposing a slight change.
Okay.
I think I've gone through obviously your videos so far.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of chat in Discord and things like that. I've even asked a few friends, like, what would you look for? And you'll probably be well versed in many answers so far.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like a lot of the answers are similar across the board, right? The team, what blockchain are they on? What's the team done before? The failures, the successes, so on. Obviously, there's some more in detail answers, but essentially, I think they boil down to what we'd all kind of expect.
Yes.
And I think that's maybe where the problem for me, I say problem, it's not really, but like where I see a potential solution to something. And to try and explain that out a little bit more is that a scenario I kind of foresee is, let's say Kieran is elected to the council. I think we all kind of hope he is, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be objective. Yes, I'm sure the community would.
vote. But yeah, I think if Kieran's elected, say, and like highly likely if he applies, and there's of course talk at the moment of Robbie Ferguson as well. Again, someone else we'd all love to have on the council. I sort of see a position we get ourselves in where, as they're networked, beyond belief, I imagine by now in this space, they're going to be coming across opportunities that a lot of us just aren't going to see anywhere close to the a point in time where they come across them, whether they know the people or they're approached because obviously who they are. So I foresee sort of a situation where Kieran and say Robbie, whoever else it may be, come across these opportunities. They bring it to the council, they bring it to the lizards, and it's going to be hard to say no. It's going to be hard to look at these things and say, "Oh no, Kieran's missed something. This is why we shouldn't go forward with this opportunity here." I imagine that's going to be the case a lot if we go down that route, and I hope we do go down that route. We want Kieran, we want Robbie. So the investment side of things, what I would like to do is focus on the token that we already hold. So you hold 12 or so. I hold 5 at the moment. I just answered your next question.
We can skip that at the end.
So is look at that token as if we are looking at a game that's going to come across our way soon, and say, well, what sort of fallbacks do we have in place? What do we have that's going to sort of sustain the floor price of this token and grow it? And I think the answer to that, or an answer to that, is what additional utility can we bring that complements what we want to do in a GameFi space, and really sort of boost the price that way. So in a project, I think I'll do, you look at the team, look at the chain, you look at everything you've got access to, right? But essentially, I think it's going to come from well-trusted sources, and we're going to go thumbs up. That looks great.
Right. Okay. So let me try and take that in a slight different route then.
Yeah.
In that case, that we do take that route, and it is Robbie and Kieran that kind of gives us the look and say, yo, this is the one. In the rare case that maybe they did overlook something, or more from your perspective, what would be, if any, like the red flags that you'd be like, no, we can't do this, in case they did miss something like that? Or maybe you guys just don't align on something. Is there a red flag for you personally where you'd be like, I can't get involved in this?
Sure, yeah. Well, to call something a red flag, I think it would just have to be, you can think of all different kind of scenarios where, say, the team might not be up to scratch, and that could be any number of things, right? Or previous experience. What have they done something in Web3 before that didn't go down well with the community? Obvious things like that. I'm kind of hesitant to say these because they're, everyone's thinking them already, but
actually, no. And I realized as soon as I asked that question, it's you're going to give the obvious answers.
I think as well, because there's 1,500 of us, like we're gonna hear of these games that come away, these projects that come away, and everybody's going to jump and have a look, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be missed. That. It's obvious like that. Any red flags are just going to be waving in the wind.
100%, 100%. You'd hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't take away, say, sort of an expert in their field doing their due diligence or anything like that. I just think it's incredibly hard to see a situation where we've got such bosses on our council, and they go, well, I've got something for you guys, and we go, oh no, you missed the fact. The team isn't real. Half the team isn't real.
Half the team are butts.
Half the team don't exist.
All right. Now understood. All right, man. So let's move on to the next one then, and that is in the scenario that, let's say, we have made some bad investments, and that the remaining ETH, the remaining capital that we have is limited. From your perspective, how would you like to deploy that? Would you prefer to go like super heavy in something where you're heavily convicted, or would you like to take a more safe option where you're spreading it out over a few different options? How would you like to see that capital being used in a position where it is limited like that?
Yeah, so I think this kind of fits in nicely with what I want to sort of propose, and that's if we've got limited ETH, and maybe that's in the scenario where we've made some great investments and we're just sort of, we've got to wait. It might take a year, it might take 2 years. So what do we do? I think for me, the key thing is to have something to look forward to. So like with Illuvium and with Ethlizards, I can't think of anything else that gives me that kind of, I'm looking forward to when this happens. You know what I mean? Like, what else is there? So I think if we were to invest in additional utility, and that could be, it could be anything you could think of. The first thing I want to see is that when we make investments, when I'm on the toilet at home, I want to load up an application that says exactly what my detail out my portfolio, my Ethlizard portfolio, just a simple like that. I think we could start with really simple ideas, and then we could move into things that sort of complement it nicely. And I think if we invest in there and create additional utility to say, okay, even away from Ethlizards, maybe 10 of you want to group up, 0.2 ETH each, maybe we've got an opportunity for you here, or 100 of you, sorry, could group up and have an opportunity here, sort of a side investment. Again, that idea itself might not be too appealing to anyone, but the point is, we'd vote on what to build. And if we've got additional utility and additional things to look forward to, then we can deploy maybe limited ETH towards those opportunities. And say, if we can create that additional utility, that will make it much more appealing to own an Ethlizard. And if it's much more appealing to own an Ethlizard, then the floor price increases. And if the floor price increases, then we get secondary sales. And if secondary sales increase, we've got more ETH to invest.
That capital
in
increases,
the future.
Yeah, interesting. So that's just a very interesting take.
Yeah, so if you can imagine there's sort of a minimum amount you may want to invest, or that sort of makes sense to invest. It's like, well, let's make sure that limited amount is sort of maintained.
Yeah.
With additional, whether you call them side projects or just additional utility in general.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's a super interesting take, man. Yeah, man.
Good to hear.
Well done. All right, so let's go on the opposite end now.
Yeah.
Let's say that we have made incredibly successful investments, and we have reaped the rewards, and we now have an excess, like an incredible amount of ETH that it is impossible or very hard to deploy into good projects. That there's just not enough good projects for the amount that we have. What would you like to see with that capital? How would you like to deploy that capital in that instance?
I'm going to be boring.
Or would you not deploy that at all?
I mean, I guess this is my opinion. Of course, the obvious answer is let everybody decide. It's sort of the point of this whole thing. But a suggestion would be, I guess, the same thing as the limited ETH. It's like if you've got excessive ETH now, like what difference can be made with that ETH, where we can take that away and we can invest in additional utility. And again, when I say additional utility, as I've said about 1,000 times so far, the idea is that it complements what we're doing, right? It could be fully around games. It could be so studying the Immutable X API, we can have a lot of access to information surrounding all games on Immutable X. So what can be done with that information? Can we make decisions? Can we track wallets? Can we track the performance trends? So rather than me sitting here scrolling through all different sort of projects, like what's good, asking lizards, what's good? We can have things that automatically make up our minds for us and make it much more efficient, make us hopefully much more in the green, and again, boosts back the price of the Ethlizard.
Yeah.
So focusing on that Ethlizard to begin with,
Yep. Fair. All right, man. So I want to move on from that topic now onto the slightly different topic, and that is I want to get your opinion and your stance on the team's decision to allow council members to remain undoxxed if they wish. What are your thoughts there? What's your stance there?
Right, because they originally had it where you had to be doxxed, right?
I don't know if that was originally the case, but I do know, I thought that might be it. But definitely now, as it stands, it's if you would like to be a council member, you don't need to be doxxed.
Yeah, no, I think the decision to change it, or the decision to say, you choose, is the correct one, because it does exactly what it should do, and it enables the community to decide, okay, who am I going to vote for? Do I mind this person?
Right.
Do I mind that person? Because it could, based on, I guess, what's said in interviews like this, it might depend. Like, I want that guy to be doxxed for some reason. I'm not sure about that guy. He seems cool. Like, it's entirely sort of dependent on the person. So I think it does exactly what it should do, and it just enables the community to say, I'll choose for myself whether they should be doxxed or not.
Yep. Fair. All right, man. So that's pretty much all the questions that I had. There's two last ones that I'm going to end off with. One of them you already answered, and that is, how many do you have?
Sure. Well, 5. Okay. So I have 4 standard lizards now, and then I have of course, the legendary from the other week. Yeah.
Wait, you have a legendary?
Yeah, the Zelensky inspired legendary lizard.
Oh, damn. Okay, yo, congrats, man.
Thanks for realizing. Yes,
Yo, I apologize. Yo, no, congrats. That's awesome, man. Yo, that should be counted as way more than one. But all right. And what's your favorite Ethlizard trait, man?
Oh, and I know
you've watched my ones, so and I know I've said before that no one said wizard hats, so don't say it for my sake. Be honest.
I definitely won't say it.
Yo, I hate you. We're ending it right now. I set you up.
No, I do like the wizard hat. I do like it. One day I hope to get one, but
no.
For me,
what do you like?
I think everybody's kind of sleeping on the smile.
The smile. Okay.
If you look at all the Ethlizards, right, it screams degen to me. I don't know why. It screams degen. And I don't know, it screams exactly what this is all born out of. And I think if you look at the same traits, but you turn the smile into, say, a frown or something, it's just not the same.
No, the smile is actually, I didn't realize, you're actually right. I didn't realize, because a few of mine have the smile, and I've always liked them more than the others, and I didn't realize why. Recently I was like, oh man, it's the smile. The smile is is the thing where I'm like, oh, it's got like that cheeky, even like my
right?
like profile picture, the wizard hat, like the green one with the smile. I'm like, yo, that smile is the finishing touch. Like it looks cheeky. It looks like 100%.
It wouldn't quite be the same without it, right?
100%.
If you could mix that as you have done with the wizard hat, you're laughing. Yeah.
Yo, look at my profile picture, man. Wizard hat with the smile. We out here.
As soon as you've checked mine out, I'll check yours out. How about that?
All right, sound fair.
You forgot mine. Yeah.
All right, man. I honestly appreciate for you taking the time to come on here and answer these questions, man. What's the best way for people to reach you? Is it Twitter, Discord? What's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, any of the above doesn't bother me. I'll see it as soon as it comes through, no doubt.
Easy.
Yeah. Just say Twitter. Yeah.
All right.
But also a shout out to you too, because when I was thinking about, okay, what kind of ideas am I talking about? What could be that additional utility be? Like one thing that kind of doesn't seem so obvious is creating content around Ethlizards, but not just interviews, which are incredibly important, right? Because this helps everybody make better decisions, better performance, obviously everybody's happy. But just like almost education around like gamify investment, that kind of thing. Like whatever it is gonna make this whole community more worthwhile for everybody, and people will want to join more and more. So
100%. Actually, appreciate it, man. But actually, honestly, just recently I changed my YouTube channel from Illuvium specific into Illuvium plus NFT gaming, because I did want to do that and start exploring other sides, because I want to do these. So I was like, let me start doing that as well. But so that's definitely something that I'm personally going to try and do myself. Cool. Before I let you go, man, is there anything else you kind of want to leave us with? Anyone you want to shout out? Anything you want to kind of mention?
No, just everybody I interact with, really. It's awesome. Like I was in another community, a very expensive community into, and it just never felt right. And then you come into Ethlizards, and just immediately it feels. I tweeted about it weeks ago. Like it just immediately fits. So it's just a shout out to everyone. Keep it going.
Awesome. All good, man. Again, I appreciate you coming on, answering all these questions. For everyone else, I'm going to I've obviously done a few of these interviews already. I have a few more coming up. There's a playlist for all of them, just so stay informed with all of the nominees, decide who you want to vote for. And again, if you appreciate this type of content, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.